Exercise 2.2. Question number 1. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. This is the question we are given, right? And in that there are 6 polynomials are given, right? First from there is x square minus 2x minus 8. Now let me draw your attention again, dear student. We have to first find the zeros of the polynomial. So how to find the zeros of the polynomial? So by factorization method. Okay. So first of all, what we are going to do, look at your screen. We can have the middle term splitting method. We want to have the factors of 8, such a factor so that we should have 2 as a middle term. Clear to you? So, let's have the factors of 8. Such a factor so that middle term should be 2. 4 to ja 8 we know, right? What are the factors of 4? 4 to ja 8. But here the big number is minus and this is plus. As we want here minus 2, so here minus 4 plus 2. This side by side we need to show. Okay. Now equal to sign is compulsory to mention. First is x square, first term, minus 4x, middle term splitting, plus 2x, and of course the last term minus 8. Now let's make a pair. Whose pair? First pair these two and then these two terms. From first two pair of this we can take out x common. So we will have x minus 4 inside. From these two terms 2 common, so we will have x minus 4. So x minus 4 we need to write it in one bracket and x plus 2 is in another bracket. Okay. Now what we have to do? We need to compare x minus 4 equal to 0 and x plus 2 equal to 0. Therefore, the value of x equal to 4 and here the value of x equal to minus 2. Therefore, we can say 4 and minus 2 are the zeros of the polynomial. That is called zeros of the px polynomial. Clear to you? Once again I am explaining to you here from here. As we got these two factors minus 4 and 2 and we are separating this middle term this way minus 4x plus 2x. Clear? Now let's make a pair of first two term and from that x common and from second two terms, next two terms from that pair we are taking 2 common. We can see here these two brackets similar. One time I am writing here and this outside this is x plus 2. This we already studied in your previous classes. If you remember nicely, that is called factorization. Now dear student, here x minus 4 equal to 0 and x plus 2 equal to 0. So the value of x equal to 4 and the value of x that is minus 2. And dear student, this the value of this x is only and only they are called the zeros of the polynomial. Clear to you? And that we define these zeros we can define as alpha. What is alpha? Suppose I am considering alpha. One of the 0 is 4 and another 0 is minus 2. Clear? Now one more thing along with that. This is our main polynomial. In that, what is A? All of us know very well. What is B? That also we know very well. And what is C? That also we know very well. Now all of us know very well A is the coefficient of x square. Now here you can see nothing. It means we will say 1. Here B, what is B? B is the coefficient of x. B is the coefficient of x along with the sign that is minus 2. Fine. And what is C? C is the constant term along with the sign that is minus 8. Fine. Now dear student, in the question we are asked to say verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Okay. So all of us know very well some of the two zeros. Sum of the two zeros, that will be equal to minus b by a. All of us know very well this thing. Sum of the zeros is minus b by a. Therefore, what is alpha plus beta? Alpha is 4 and beta is minus 2. So this side I am writing 4 plus minus 2. This minus sign is already there. Let it be as it is. What about b? B is, you can see, minus 2 and a is the coefficient of this is 1. Therefore, what is the simplification? 4 minus 2 is 2, and here minus minus 2, 2 by 1 is 2. So you can see 2 equal to 2. It means that it satisfies this relation. Alpha plus beta means the product of two zeros is coming the ratio of the coefficient of x and upon coefficient of x square. Clear? Now one more relation is with us, that is called the product of two polynomials, product of two zeros, sorry. So how to move out with that? Let me explain you here only. The product of two zero we defined by alpha beta, that's the value is c by a. Fine. Now LHS, alpha into beta, means 4 into minus 2. So I am going to write it here, 4 multiplied by minus 2. Here, which is equal to c by a. C by a. What is c here? That is minus 8. What is a? A is 1. Therefore, my dear student, here you can see the product of 4 and minus 2 is coming minus 8. That is equal to minus 8 by 1 is minus 8. Again, both these are coming similar. Means it satisfies this relation, that is product of two zeros will be equal to the c by a. So, this is the complete solution of first part. So, my dear student, here the second polynomial we are given is 4s square minus 4s plus 1. You can see here the variable is s we are given. So, nothing to worry about. You are habitual of seeing all the way x and y. But sometimes it can possible. Maybe t, maybe w, maybe m, and any variables you can find in the polynomial. So, nothing to worry about. Let's work out the same procedure, okay, as we did in the first. As you know, dear student, this polynomial is a perfect square. Perfect square, directly we know that is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Fine. Now you will see, can we move with the middle term splitting? Of course, you can go with middle term splitting. Then also you will get the same answer. Okay. So as we know, this is 4s square is actually the whole square of 2s. So first term is 2s. What about the last term? 1 is a square of 1, so I need to write 1 here. Automatically the middle term has been set, 4 2 2 ja 4s. It is already there. So dear student, what are the factors? So factors will be 2s minus 1 whole square. As I told you, this is the square identity, second identity. Okay. Now these the factors we got, 2s minus 1 whole square. Then as we know, 2s minus 1 and 2 times 2s minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, s equal to minus 1 will be 1 and this will be 1. And this side also s equal to similar 1 half. It indicate that, what it indicate, the factors, they are similar zeros. This polynomial is having similar zeros. Let me call alpha equal to 1 half and the another zeros beta, that is also 1 half. Fine. Now, before we proceed for that, we must have the idea about A, B, C also. Okay, along with that, we need to mention what is A here. A is a coefficient of s square, that is 4. What is B? B is a coefficient of s, that is minus 4. And what is C? Is a constant term, that is 1. Agree with that? Now dear student, as we know very well that we need to write here the terms we want to verify. In such a case, first we need to find alpha plus beta. alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Clear to you? Now what is alpha plus beta? 1/2 plus 1/2 to the left side. This minus sign is already there. What is b? B is minus 4, so I am writing it in bracket. And what is a? A is 4 here. Clear to you? Now all of us know very well 1/2 plus 1/2. Half plus half will give the result 1. So I need to write this is 1. Okay? I am hearing it. This is actually 1. So I am mentioning this is 1 here. And minus 4 by 4, that will become 1. So simply you can write 4 by 4, that is 1. If you do not want to write this, then also you can write 1 plus 1, 2, 2 upon 2. So this side also 1, this side also 1. So it satisfies this relationship. That is clear. This is for the sum of the two zeros. Okay. This is sum of the two zeros wala condition relationship. Now, one more condition we know, that is product of two zeros, which is equal to C by A. Fine. So, what is the product of alpha and beta? So, let me put its value. Therefore, alpha is 1/2, beta is 1/2. What is C? C means 4. No, C means 1 here, sorry. And A means you can see 4 here. Fine. Now 1 1 ja 1, 2 2 ja 4, 1 by 4 equal to 1 by 4. Again you can see it is coming similar. This is coming similar. It indicates that it satisfies this relationship, the product of two zeros of the polynomial, which is equal to C by A. So I hope both of this we have proved. It's clear. So, my dear student, here third question. This is third one, okay? Not second. This is third. 6x square minus 3 minus 7x we are given. But they are not arranged in ascending or descending order. So that's why what I am going to do in the beginning step, I used to write 6x square minus 7x, and then this constant term I am putting at the last. As we know that 6 3 ja 18. Let me have the factors of 18 such that their subtraction should be 7. The factors of 18 are 9 2 ja 18. Middle term splitting we are doing. So here the middle term is minus 7. So this sign will be minus 9. The sign of 2 will be plus. So next step, we need to write 6x square minus 9x plus 2x minus. What it? Once again, this middle term splitting I have done, minus 9 plus 2. Now as you know, let me make a pair. Okay, from first two pair there is 3 common. 3 and x also common. So 3 2 ja 6, 2 will be left and 1 x will be left. Minus 3 3 ja 9, so 1 3 will be left. X is already outside. Plus. Now from these two terms nothing is common, so dear student, always find one is there is a factor. So here 2x minus 3. So finally the two factors of the given polynomial are 2x minus 3 and 3x plus 1. Fine. Now let's compare it with 0. Means what to do? We need to find the value of x. These two factors we got. So this is equal to 0. Therefore x equal to minus 3, this side will become plus 3 and this 2 will be indivisible. So x equal to 3 by 2. This is first 0. Another value, the factor is 3x plus 1. Therefore x equal to, this plus 1 will move to that side minus 1 and this is 3 here in a denominator. So my dear student, the second 0 is minus 1 by 3. So it indicates that the alpha and beta are the two zeros. So let me consider alpha equal to 3 by 2 and beta equal to minus 1 by 3. Simple. Now along with that, this is the value of alpha beta we got. Along with that, let's note down A. A is a coefficient of x square, that is 6. B is a coefficient of this, we are considering this. B is a coefficient of x, that is minus 7. And what is C? C is a coefficient of, that is, sorry, constant term, that is minus 3 along with the sign. So finally we have the values of two zeros, that is alpha, beta, and the A is a coefficient of x square, B is a coefficient of x, and C is a constant term. Now as usual, we need to check two relationship between them. First is, we know alpha plus beta, sum of two zeros must be equal to minus b by a. Fine. Now in that, what we are going to do, let me write therefore sign here, and alpha, its the value is b by 2 plus, and this in bracket minus 1 by 3 equal to, minus is already there. Now b, what is b? That is minus 7 in bracket, and a, here minus b by a. A is 6, so I am writing here 6. Now what to do with this? You know very well. 3 by 2 plus minus 1 by 3 minus minus plus, so it is 7 by 6. Okay, so this side is 7 by 6. Let's check. The LHS should be also the same. Then what is the LCM of 2 and 3? 6. So I need to multiply this with 3, this with 2. 3 3 cha 9, 1 2 cha 2, LCM 6, here equal to 7 by 6. We know 9 minus 2 is 7 by 6. This is also 7 by 6. So both the sides similar. Therefore, finally we can say that it satisfies this relationship, that is the product of two zeros of the polynomial is minus b by a. Now same procedure we are going to apply for the product of those zeros. This is the sum of two zeros. Okay, I'm correcting my sentence. Sum of two zeros, that is minus b by a. Now product of two zeros, that is c by a. Fine, this is the formula. Now let's check, is it satisfied by that or not? What is alpha here? Alpha is 3 by 2. So I am mentioning beta is into minus 1 by 3. This is the product of these two zeros. Now what is C? C is minus 3. What is A? A is 6 here. Therefore, my dear student, 3 will be cancelled. You can see. So what is left here? Here this side minus 1/2 will be left. Same thing is here. 3 1 ja 3, 2 ja 6. This side also minus 1 by 2. Both the side, this is similar. This is also similar. That's why we can say the product of two zeros is C by A. That is satisfied. So the fourth is in front of you. The question is 4u square plus 8u. Fine. Now how to factorize? Okay, this is the first question. Very simple. Only two terms are there. Something should be common from both of these terms. You can see here, I can take out 4 common, because 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8. Beside this, u also common. Here the variable u is given. Fine. So in such a case, here u will be left and here 2 will be left. So only these two are the factors of this given polynomial with two terms. Fine. So dear student, can I say 4u equal to 0? And here u plus 2 equal to 0. And sign. So u equal to 0 by 4. So u equal to 0 by 4. So obviously it is u. So one of the factor will be 0. One of the zeros of the polynomial. And this 2 I am bringing to that side. So it will become minus 2. 0 minus 2 minus 2. So my dear student, we can say alpha. Alpha is the polynomial for zeros of the polynomial, and that is 0. And this is also the zeros of the polynomial, that is minus 2. This is quite easy. Now we need to work out A, B, C. What is A? A is a coefficient of u square, because u square is a variable here. So it is 4. What about B? B is the coefficient of u. Coefficient of u is here 8. But what about C? C is the constant term which is not here, so we will consider 0. So this is very important thing. What to consider as a C? That is constant term which is not available here, because the polynomial is having only two terms. So Let's start checking. Alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Fine. So, my dear student, what is alpha into beta? Alpha plus beta, the sum of two zeros. Therefore, alpha plus beta 0 plus in bracket minus, what is minus? By 4. 0 minus 2 is minus 2. We know it will be cancelled with this, so it is minus 2 equal to minus 2. LHS equal to RHS, therefore we can say it satisfies this relationship. That is, sum of two zeros of the polynomial is equal to minus b by a. Now, let's work out on this. Alpha beta equal to c by a. Fine. Now, alpha beta is, product of two zeros. So, here, therefore, 0 into minus 2 equal to c by a. C is 0, a is 4. As we know that when 0 multiply any number gives the result 0, and when any number is divided, 0 is divided by any number, it also gives 0 as a result. So LHS equal to RHS. Therefore, we can say here the product of the relationship in that product of two zeros equal to C by A. I hope it's clear to you. Very easy, very simple and smooth also. So, my dear student, here the question one, it's a fifth part is t square minus 50. Now, first question will be in your mind, how to factorize it. Okay. Now, because 15 is not a perfect square, so how to factorize in such a case? How to move out with the factors of the 15? So, my dear student, please remember this thing. Whenever we shift to this side, so if I write t square minus 15 equal to 0, then of course t square equal to 15. But when I remove this square, I need to write here under root 15. But because as we know that the negative number square will be also positive and positive number square will be also positive. Fine. So dear student, the two factors are plus under root 14 and minus under root 14. So the two variables, answer of this is the two zeros of the polynomial will be under root 15. I am not mentioning plus because it is understood. And another is beta equal to minus under root 15. Got it? Alpha equal to under root 15 and beta equal to minus under root 15, which is quite easy. Fine. Now, dear student, here a. What is a? A is the coefficient of t square. Because t variable is there, of course it is 1. B is a coefficient of t, middle term, that is t missing. So it is 0. And C is a constant term, that is minus 15. Fine. So we got the value of ABC also, alpha, beta also. Now, we know that the relationship alpha plus beta, sum of two zeros will be equal to minus b by a. As we know, alpha is under root 15 plus in bracket under root minus under root 15, which is equal to minus b by a. Minus b by a, minus is over here 0 by 1. We know that is 0 by 1. I am separating here. So under root 15 minus plus minus under root 15. 0 divided by any number is always 0. There isn't any value for the minus because minus is 0 is neither minus nor plus. Under root 15 cancels, so 0 equal to 0. Fine. So my dear student, it satisfies the first relation, alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Fine. Now let's move with the product of alpha beta equal to c by a. Fine. Now what is alpha here? Again we need to put its value. Look at your screen. That is under root 50. What is beta? That is minus under root 50 equal to c by a. What is c? That is minus 15. What is a? A is 1. Fine. Now dear student, here minus is there in the product, so we need to mention minus here as usual, as we know according to our knowledge. Under root 15, that will be 15 only, and this minus 15 divided by 1 is minus 15. So you can see here LHS is coming equal to RHS. Therefore we can say it satisfies this relation, that is product of two zeros of the polynomial, which is equal to C by. So one more question which is in front of you. Let's begin. That is sixth is 3x square minus x minus 4. So first question, again how to factorize middle term splitting. So we know 3 into 4, the product of x square, product of the coefficient of x square and constant term, that is called the middle term splitting procedure. First step, 3 4 12. Let's have the factors of 12, such a factor so that their difference should be 1, because here coefficient of this middle term is 1. So how to decide the sign? Here it will be minus and this will be plus. Reason behind that, minus 4 plus 3 gives the result minus 1. So my dear student, I need to write here 3x square minus 4x plus 3x and of course here minus 4. Clear to you? Now let me make a pair. If I make a pair, then I need to write this and this. Something should be common from first these two. Yes, x common only. So 3x minus 4 will be left. From these two terms, 1 will be common. So 3x minus 4. So my dear student, we will have 3x minus 4 in one bracket, in another bracket x plus 1. Clear? So let's work out 3x minus 4 equal to 0 and x plus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, x equal to this minus 4 will become plus 4. So the first value of x is this and the another value is minus 1. Fine. So dear student, these are the two zeros of the polynomial. So let me say that is alpha equal to 4 by 3. This alpha is a zero of the polynomial. What is beta? Beta is minus 1. And along with that we need to mention a equal to. A is a coefficient of x square, that is 3. B is a coefficient of x, that is minus 1. And C is a coefficient, that is constant term, that is minus 4. Got it? Now, as usual we know the relationship which shows the sum of the two zeros of the polynomial will be minus b by a. So my dear student, let me note down, that is alpha plus beta, that is 4 by 3 in bracket plus and this minus 1, which is equal to minus is already here. Be careful, this minus 1 I am writing in a bracket. Don't miss this minus sign because already minus is there. Always mention it first, and whatever the value of the variable we are given, that we need to mention in bracket. That is a, it is 3. Now as we know that plus minus minus take LCM, so it will be 3 1 3 and 3 LCM. Minus minus plus, so it is 1 by 3. 4 minus 3 is 1 by 3 equal to 1 by 3. So my dear student, here both the sides are coming similar, and what it indicates, it satisfies this relationship of the alpha beta, sum of two zeros equal to minus b by a. Now let's move with the alpha beta. The product of two zeros must be equal to c by a. Fine. So keep this in mind. Let's go with the alpha. Alpha is 4 by 3. Okay. Into beta is minus 1 in bracket. What is C? C is minus 4. What is A? A is 3 here. Therefore, minus 4 into minus 1 is minus 4 by 3. This is also minus 4 by 3. You can see here, which is quite easy. Both these terms are similar. It indicates that the product of the relationship between these two, alpha beta, the product of two zeros, which is coming C by A. So this is the completion of question number 1 of exercise 2.2. Yeah, I hope it's clear to you all the way. So exercise 2.2, it's the question number 2. Let's see what question number 2 says here. Let find a quadratic polynomial each with the given numbers as the sum and product of its zeros respectively. This is the question. And first one we are given 1 by 4 and minus 1. Fine. Which is, you will find it quite easy. Because reason behind that, there are two techniques of solving this sum. I am showing you the easy. For that you have to remember this, the general form of the polynomial. Okay. In the zeros form of the polynomial. So dear student, first let's work out. Let alpha and beta are the two zeros of the polynomial. Let's consider these are the two zeros of the polynomial. Fine. Now the general zeros polynomial. What is zero polynomial? Which are this zeros polynomial? For that we will work out upon that. First of all, alpha plus beta we are given, that is 1 by 4. Agree? Because in the question we are said first one is the sum of the zeros, and the second number which we are given, that is the product of two zeros, that we are given minus 1. Clear to you? Now that we say that is the zero form of the polynomial. Zero form of the polynomial. General form also there. You can go with that also. If not, then you can remember this also, which is quite easy. That is x square minus alpha beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Please keep this in mind. Your work will become very easy through this polynomial. Now, nothing to do in this, we need to put the value. Therefore, sign x square minus alpha plus beta. Already we know that we are given 1 by 4. Let me write it 1 by 4. What is alpha into beta? Product of this is minus 1 equal to 0. Fine. So, my dear student, here you can see the equation will become this way. X square 1 into x, it will be x by 4. Simple. And plus minus 1 equal to 0. You can keep it as it is, but little bit more simplified way. If I want to write, then I need to multiply 4 with here, because here one denominator. So take the LCM 4 all the way. So it will become, equation will become 4x square minus x minus 4 1 4 equal to 0. This is a required quadratic polynomial which are having these two zeros. Clear to you? Once again I am explaining here. First step in that we need to mention let alpha and beta are the two zeros of the polynomial in each and every question. Fine. Now first which we are given the number is the sum of two zeros, and second number is the product of two zeros. Now dear student, this is the formula. Please keep it in your mind. This is the equation. X square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0 is the linear polynomial which are having x as a variable. So here alpha plus beta in place of 1 by 4, alpha beta in place of that minus 1 I have written. Then simplified, I got this the linear form of the given equation, that is quadratic because its a degree is 2. Clear to you? Now I am doing the second one which is in front of you. Second, we are given root 2 and 1 by 3. Root 2 and 1 by 3, that is second. So again we are going to consider let alpha and beta are the two zeros of the polynomial. Fine. Now as you know, this first is we are given the sum of two zeros, and second one we are given is product of two zeros. Fine. Now the zero form of the polynomial we know x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. In this, what we are going to do, we need to put the value of alpha plus beta, that is root 2. Alpha beta is 1 by 3. So if we simplify, then again we can take LCM. The general equation will become like that. You can keep it as it is. This is also valid. If not, then take 3 as an LCM. So if I take 3 as an LCM, then what do I have? We will have 3x square minus 3 will be multiplied with this. So 3 root 2x plus 1 equal to 0. This is a required quadratic equation. So my dear student, the third of the question 2 we are given 0 comma root 5, right? Now again we will consider, let alpha and beta, these are the two zeros of the polynomial. Then what will be their sum? Sum we are given, that is 0, and their product we are given, that is root 5. Clear to you? Now as we know, this is the general zeros wala form of the equation, x square minus alpha beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Please keep this equation in your mind. Your work will be easy. Now in place of alpha plus beta I am mentioning 0. In place of alpha beta here under root 5. Fine. As we know, dear students, 0 will be multiplied with any number. It will give 0x. So afterwards we will remove that term. No need to mention this term because 0 multiply any number 0. So I am striking. So here I have here plus root 5 equal to 0. So this polynomial is also quadratic polynomial. You can see with degree 2 is there. But it has two terms only. Okay. Which term is missing? The middle term, that is the coefficient of x is 0 here. That's why this term is not here. But it has two terms, that is x square first term and plus under root 5, that is constant term. So my dear student, here the fourth one we are given 1 comma 1. Fine. So as you know, again we need to assume let alpha and beta are the two zeros of the polynomial. They are the zeros of the polynomial. First condition we are given, the sum of these two polynomial is 1. Sum of two zeros. And product of two zeros is also 1. Okay. Now as we know this formula, x square minus alpha beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Keep this in a mind. In that, in place of alpha beta is 1. In place of product of this alpha beta is also 1. So my dear student, x square multiplied by 1 into x is x only, and this 1 ja only 1, that is equal to 0. So this is a required quadratic equation, x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0, which is quite easy to find. Now one more of the question number 2, that is fifth we are given minus 1 by 4 comma 1 by 4. Fine. So again let alpha and beta, this is AND. Alpha and beta are the two zeros of the polynomial. The sum of first two we are given minus 1 by 4. Don't miss to write this minus sign. And the product of two zeros we are given 1 by 4. So let me write here, it is 1 by 4. Now as you know, this is the general form, x square minus alpha beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. That is in a 0 form I have written. Now the product of this is minus 1 by 4. This is 1 by 4. Fine. So dear student, it will become x square minus minus plus. 1 into x, it will be x by 4 plus here 1 by 4 equal to 0. Which is quite easy. Be careful about this minus minus plus. Fine. But what about this here? Now observe here LCM 4. So should I write here 4x square? Here with 1 we need to multiply. So x remains same. Again with 1. So equal to 0. So this is the general quadratic equation of the polynomial, that is 4x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. The next 6 is 4 comma 1. So my dear student, as usual, let alpha and beta are the two zeros of the polynomial. So alpha plus beta, we need to mention here 4 we are given according to this question, and this is equal to 1. So I am correcting it here. Okay. And as we know, this is the formula, x square minus alpha beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. Here I am writing 4, and of course alpha beta is 1. Therefore x square minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. This is the general form of quadratic equation. So here exercise 2.2 we have successfully completed and damn sure which is quite easy. My dear students, please be ready for the upcoming video that is of exercise 2.3. Fine, which is quite interesting. You will find it very, very enjoyable. So be ready for the next 2.3 exercise of the chapter 2 polynomial. Thank you.